What is going on, viewers of YouTube? Sunspot here, giving you guys my review on the Hot Toys Summer Exclusive / Sideshow Exclusive, the Avengers Iron Man Mark VII Stealth Mode version. Starting off with the box, you can tell that it's damn well impressive. You do have the Sideshow Exclusive little sticker there. It does say Marvel, the Avengers Iron Man Mark VII Stealth Mode version 1/6 scale collectible figure. Get this really nice artwork of the arc reactor in there with some armor just covering it on the, it's kind of like stripes, you know. I think it's to represent the side of the armor, actually. Bottom of the box just says Hot Toys Movie Masterpiece, and the side has that same nice arc reactor design with those armor pieces, and the back just says the cast and crew of who made this amazing figure. Taking off the slide cover, and it's this really nice, it's actually kind of transparent when you actually take it off. It's really cool, and it does have some orange bits as well when it's in that transparent mode. But you could tell that the box gets even cooler. It has this really, really nice technical artwork / blueprint of his chest armor, which I'll show in a bit on the figure itself. But what's even cooler is that it's on this Velcro, or magnet I should say, and when you open it you can actually see the figure inside. And obviously I don't have the figure inside, saving the best for last here, people. But back of the box, again, same design. Top of the box just says the Avengers collectible figure, crap, stuff like that. But without further ado, let's see how cool this figure is. And here we have the Mark VII Stealth Mode version. Although this wasn't featured in the Avengers itself, it is still a very nice chocolate colored armor, definitely unique, and does have some brand new paint applications aside from the black. Let's take a closer look. Now, because I did not review the Hot Toys Mark VII just yet, I will get pretty in-depth with the detail on this guy. The head sculpt is definitely dead on. What I notice, compared to the Mark VII, which I'll show here in a bit, he has smaller eyes, I think. It's kind of weird, but he has smaller eyes. I do like the shade of kind of this goldish brown going on the face plate. When you remove it, you know, it's that same chocolate brown, but it's still a nice feature. And just moving around, does have that nice shade of black, and my light is reflecting off of his paint, which actually makes it way cooler. I do like how it's very kind of crystally. It's really nice, and my camera has trouble just showing you guys because he's practically pitch black in person. It's really funny. But just moving down on the figure, I do like how it does say 07, the Mark VII on the little shoulder piece here. That's really cool. It does say retro reflective panels right here, because this is actually transparent, you guys. I know it's probably not showing well on the camera, but this chest plate and the back of the calves here is transparent. It's really, really unique. I can't wait for an actual fully transparent armor. But just the paint application on this guy is awesome. I do love these scuffing effects on these little side panels here, if you could see. I do like the different shades of black and gray going on in the hands, and especially the abdomen. And his crotch does have some wording. I can barely tell. It does say Spec BCD and a bunch of letters there. I don't know why it's on his dick, but you know, it is. Again, that nice lining effect on this little forearm, not forearm piece, but upper arm piece is really nice, and it is surrounded by this really nice gray plastic. It does say Stark on the side of his shoulder piece here, which is, you know, we don't really have any Iron Man figures that did that aside from the Iron Patriot that had Colonel James Rhodes. But it does have an Avengers symbol at the back here on this little flapping panel, which, you know, I'll show the features in a bit, but I thought that was really unique, you know. Again, with that nice lining effect and everything. Again, like, why does he have this on all his private parts? I don't get it. When you get to the lower figure, it kind of gets to that camo type of feel, which, you know, don't freak out. It looks really nice. It's mixed with that black and gray / light plastic, which, you know, it works. It's stealth armor. It's supposed to have some kind of camo, kind of reflective panel type of thingy. And then moving even lower, it gets to that pitch black thing with all those scuffing effects and everything, which is nice. And this is the thing I was talking about. It's transparent! They can even open, and I'll show that in a minute, but you can see all his inner workings and stuff in the calf area, and has these nice triangles. I guess it's supposed to point to them in a way. I don't know, but that's really nice. And again, with that camo on the back of the thigh. Unfortunately, there's nothing too much going on bottom feet. As you would expect, this isn't a Mark II Unleashed version, but it's still a very nice touch that all these different shades of black and gray coincide with one another. Just want to show you guys this transparent piece. It's kind of a little bit of a bitch to get off, but you'll eventually... Oh! I don't know if you can see on camera, but this piece is completely transparent. Especially if I put my hand behind it, you could tell my hand is directly behind that plastic. You could see through it, which is really nice. And if you're wondering, oh, you could see these little black holes right here on the armor because of the pegs, you actually can't. The armor completely ignores that, which is really nice. It does have some nice paint applications. There are some lining going through that transparent plastic, which is cool. And another thing I like is that it's not this kind of black transparency. It does have some shades of brown, which is cool. You can also tell behind that it does have a good amount of detail. Again, this is a remold of the Mark VII, but I just want to get a closer look on this because it is that unique. You can tell all the inner workings are nicely sculpted. They're not just painted on. They are, you know, sculpted on. You could feel it with your finger. I do like the details and the linings on the arc reactor as well. There is even some indents and stuff on the arc reactor piece itself, like that clear part. And, you know, it's just really nice attention to detail. As for these transparent pieces on the back of the legs here, you can actually plop these out. You want to be very careful, though. Again, you just want to be careful. You just got to lift it up. It's on this very, very fragile joint right here, so just be careful. This is actually not a this is actually a repaint of the Mark VII inner workings. I don't remember there being all this yellow and black stuff in there. I could be wrong. I haven't touched that figure in a while. It's on my shelf somewhere. But again, it's really cool that this is transparent. You can see all the inner workings. It's just a cool touch. And some other cool things I just want to mention. Does have some writing right here. On his forum does say Gauntlet Deployment System, which is really, really cool. And then here on the upper arm it does have some wording, if you could see. It does say Stark Industries, which is really cool. Again, small touches, but always nice to have. As for articulation, just like the Mark VII, this guy has a ton. His head can move fully up for that nice flight stand position, can move down all the way, can go side to side, and can rotate fully. It does have that separate neck joint, which can move just as much as the head, which is always cool. His arms, you want to be careful, and I haven't experienced this yet, but they might pop off just because this is the Mark VII, and the previous version had the arms that could remove. So just be careful. They can rotate this way, out and in. Does have that kind of shoulder rotation, which is cool. Does have two joints at the elbow, or no, I guess it's one. You got to be careful though, because this rubber part might wear off, and dust attaches to it, which is kind of weird. You do have that wrist articulation there. Again, be careful because these, you know, wrist guards will plop off, and the individual finger articulation, which I'll get to in a minute. His waist, without plopping it all the way up, and I kind of have it up a little bit, it can't move at all. But with this, you can just pull it up and can move forward and back, side to side, and can rotate all the way. And all these different ab pieces move with each other. His legs can go forward this much, careful of this rubber piece, back that much. Can almost do the splits. You just gotta kind of manipulate these out of the way. Does have that double jointed knee, which is cool. Does have that thigh articulation there. And his feet can go up and down, side to side, and he does have the toe articulation. Comparing the stealth version to his counterpart, we do have the Mark VII, and I do have the battle damage pieces on. That's why they look different. But you could tell that they are basically the same sculpt. I do have these giant pieces on, which the stealth version does come with. Again, I'll get into that in a little bit. And I do have these extra battle damage arms, which the Mark VII didn't come with. But you can tell they're basically the same. And again, here's the thing I was talking about. These guys actually have different faceplates. The previous Mark VII did have these kind of bug eyes, and this has more of that Mark IV feel, which is kind of a cool touch. You could tell that he is in great scale with other Hot Toys figures like the Star-Lord. Again, he is taller than Star-Lord, as he should be. He is in an iron suit. And here he is next to my alpaca. As for accessories, this guy does come with a pair of open palm hands for that repulsing feel. You could tell this little peg hole thing is up more on the hand, so you could get him in that position. Of course, he does come with a pair of articulated hands, fingers, I mean, so these do have the same joints as they do with the others, and again, nice paint applications like on the rest of the figure. It does come with a pair of these shoulder missile launching pieces like the other Mark VII. Again, it's cool that it does match. It does have that Avengers symbol with that lining camo thing, which it's cool. It does have some nice paint schemes on the missiles themselves. Very silver. It does have a nice contrast. It does come with some wrist guards for those repulsing hands, and he does come with a pair of missile launching forearm pieces. Of course, you could screw this on whenever you want. I'm not going to. I'm going to do something a little bit different, but you know, it is that bendy stance, so you could do that flight position and everything without it falling over. And if you want to attach those shoulder launching pieces, you just gotta carefully take this piece off like so, and just attach one. You can tell it does have a peg and a peg hole in there, so you could just attach it nicely. And it does look very, very nice. You could put them on both. I personally will keep it off, but it's still cool. Same goes with those shoulder pieces. Again, take it off very carefully. Just kind of wiggle it off because the little hinge right here is fragile, and what you do is you take this shoulder launching piece and just plop it on. You can tell it does fit very nicely in the figure, very seamless, which is nice. I do like the contrast with the rest of the figure. It is really nice, but again, I will keep it in its standard mode. This would not be a Hot Toys figure if it did not come with its specific stand. The stand is really nice, very different than what we've had before. I think this is just a repaint, or a remold, I guess, of a Avengers Age of Ultron stand, which, again, I don't have any of those yet. I can get the Mark 43 pretty soon. But it does say Marvel the Avengers Mark 7 Stealth Mode. Really cool artwork. I do like this. Kind of reminds me of Python, once you think about it. Like the box for Python, it has that same type of artwork, which, you know, kind of bothers me because this isn't really a Python armor. So, overall, this figure is amazing. That's all I have to say, really. I know it is a repaint of the Mark 7, which was released way back when, in 2012, when Avengers came out. But if you are a hardcore Iron Man fan, want to build up your Hall of Armor, and I know this isn't part of the Iron Legion, but in my opinion, this is a must-have. This is unique. It does have transparent parts, and you can't really have any other Iron Man figures that are pitch black with transparent pieces. So, with that said, people, if you did like this video, like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you viewers do on a daily basis, and I will see you guys in my next video.